I spoke to Belal yesterday. I'm not sure if you've seen the clip of his prediction of this fight. It's kind of going around. Do you mind if I play it for you quickly?
You can play it. Go ahead.
All right. You've never been hesitant to give a very thorough and broken down prediction. What are you going to do to Ian Garry in there on Saturday?
Honestly, for me, it's I think Ian's going to try to run around the whole first round. But then by the end of the first round, his little point jabbing is not going to work. Then I'm going to grab a hold of him. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to let him back up just because I want to show him that I could take you down if I want to. And then I'm going to outbox him because he said he could outstrike me. He thinks he's a pretty striker. He's been in there with some great strikers, right? He's been there with MVP. He's been there with Shavkat. He's been there with Pratis. And none of the guys finished him. So for me, it's finishing him on the feet and then reminding everybody who I am.
Nobody knows who you are in the first place, mate. No one cares. You're irrelevant. That's just... You know what that shows me? That shows me that Belal... So, I need to word this right. Because I don't want to be negative about him. Because I don't like being negative towards my opponents or fighters to a certain extent. Belal has had a lot of success at doing what Belal does best, which is mixing it up. He should continue to try to do that. However, there is not a chance in hell that if he stays on the feet with me, that he survives past 5 minutes. There's not a chance in hell. If you want the genuine reaction of what I believe that video is, that's a man lying to himself. That's a man who is playing reverse psychology and is going to tell the world that he's good enough to do whatever he wants, when realistically he knows he has to grab a hold of me. It sounds like he's already making excuses. I'm going to grab a hold of him, I'm going to let him up. So he's going to grab a hold of me, he knows I'm going to defend. And do you see what I mean? You see the way, the thought patterns I'm seeing? The big M at the start. You've spent 8 weeks, what do you mean? You've been thinking about this every day of your life for the last 8 weeks. You have an idea in your mind of how it's going to go. You don't need to study, you don't need to pause, you don't need to have a breath. I just think he hasn't learned from his last fight if he has this approach. So I think he's lying to the world.
Yeah.
I can tell you right here, right now, I'm going to beat Belal anywhere I want. But I plan on knocking him out in the first round.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, did he learn the lesson from the last fight? The whole Canelo hands comments with Jack Della Maddalena. I don't know if he's trolling us or whatever, but if that's the genuine thought.
I can promise you this right now, Mike. If he shows up and tries to box me, he won't land a single punch. That's my promise to you right now. There's a reason I look this good after this fight will be my 17th professional win. It's because I don't get hit that much. Belal, honestly, I don't want to get irritated, but there's just no world where he shows up and tries to outbox me. And if he does, he's an idiot.
Yeah, and not trying to further irritate you, Ian, but did you see the UFC welterweight rankings update this morning?
No, but they're kind of irrelevant in my mind to a certain extent because the guys that won should be above me now, if that makes sense. Like, I understand that. Practice being above me, silly, but I understand it. He did knock out whatever Leon was in the world, number 4, whatever it was, number 3. And Morales did knock out number 2 in the world, so they should be there. I think I've been like number 7 in the world for like the last 4 fights, dude. It's ridiculous. Like, they just don't want to move me up because they know the star power is there and they're trying to kind of hold me. I think they're having the little Conor McGregor effect. We can't let this guy disappear and go what we know he can do. I didn't see the rankings, so I didn't see the video, but I don't go on my phone.
Yeah, no, I totally
I've told
understand.
people this. People don't believe me. I've not seen that video. I don't know what the rankings are, but I said to myself and my team last night, rankings are going to get updated. Can I guess them?
You can, absolutely.
Islam champion.
Yep.
Jack 1.
Correct.
Belal 2.
Yep.
Shavkat 3.
No. 3 is
Morales
Michael Morales.
3.
Yep.
Shavkat 4.
Yep.
Usman 5.
Nope.
Usman's not 5?
Nope.
UFC love Usman. It wouldn't surprise me if they left him up at 5. That's good.
Mm.
Bratch is a 5?
Pratchett is 5, and you're at 6.
Okay. I'm 6.
Yeah.
Usman and Leon and Brady all below us.
Yeah. Brady's
God,
7.
look at the UFC doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Brady is 7, Usman is 8, and Edwards is 9, and Buckley's 10. So that's the top 10 there. I mean, the thing is, obviously,
my
like,
reaction is to that.
good.
It finally looks right. We've got rid of Usman, we've got rid of Leon, we've got rid of Kobe. They're all gone. They're all out of there, and the new generation is here. That's how it should look right now at this point in time. Come this weekend, when I knock Belal out, I shall take that number 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I'm fighting for the number 1 contender fight. That's my thing. When I win this weekend, this entire welterweight division revolves around me. Islam's the champion set in stone. That's not moving right now. However, who's next? All depends on my fight.
Okay.
When I go out there on Saturday night, I do what I know I'm going to do to Belal Muhammad, and I put on that spectacle for the first time in Qatar for all these fans in Doha to see. Live in action. They get to watch a man get put to sleep. There is no other option. I am the domino. I'm the start of that domino effect. I knock it over, and all the other boys have to go off into the sunset and be like, oh, that sucks, but Ian deserves to be next.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think you're right there. It's up to your performance. The only thing that I find weird right now is, both Islam and Usman are angling for this fight against each other. Usman being 8 now, I think would probably hurt it, especially from the fan side even more. It seems like they don't want that fight anyways, but
I don't think anyone wanted it in the first place though, mate.
Yeah, what do you think of Islam pushing for that though? Because I'm sure he's going to have
I understand why he wants it, because of what Kamaru Usman was. If he was calling out this fight when Kamaru was that man, understandable. However, he is not the same champion that he used to be. He's a completely different human right now. The dominance that he had at one point in time is not the same. Mm-hmm. So I think Islam is looking at that as an easy win, an easy first title defense. Stylistically, it's also perfect for him. Do you know what I mean? A wrestler, a grappler, someone who wants to get there and doesn't have the cleanest striking in the world. It's an easy fight for Islam. It's a lot harder to fight a long, tall, rangy striker who's viciously fast and intelligent in all areas of the sport. It's a lot harder to do that for your first title defense, right? Mm-hmm. Would that harm his record? Would that harm his thing? Of course it would. So I have nothing but respect for Islam Makhachev. I was the one who sung his praises ahead of him getting the world title fight. I said if he wants to move up, every contender in the welterweight division should take a step back and allow the pound-for-pound king to come up and have that opportunity to go get 2 belts. That's what he deserves. He doesn't work all this hard for all of us to sit here and moan and complain. No. You've earned the respect. You've earned this position. We can all take a step back and allow that. But now he has to give that respect back. When I give him that respect and I say, you should move up, you should get the opportunity to fight for this world title, you should have that opportunity to achieve your dreams of being a 2-weight world champion, now you have to stand on that. And you have to respect that I'm the next in line when I beat Belal this weekend. When I beat Belal, you have to understand that I am next. I've earned the right to be next. And you sit there and you say yes. And the truth is, Mike, here's the way I look at it. He can say when, and he can say where. If he wants to say the middle of winter in Russia, he can say it. I'll be there.
I love that. No, it's the right mindset, and I totally agree. I want to see him fight you guys, these amazing welterweight division that's had the turnover. Is there any fear as you talk about fighters coming into the weight class that they might try to do this Ilia Topuria fight and mess things up, even more with this queue of contenders?
If you want my honest opinion, I think Ilia and Islam is the biggest fight the UFC can make, period. Two-weight world champions going at it head to head. Pound for pound number 1, pound for pound number 2. We've never seen that before. If you wanted to make a spectacle, that's the spectacle you can make. You know what I mean? You've got that White House card. Everybody's calling for it. If they want that fight, that's That's the biggest fight in the sport to make. Not John Jones, Tom Aspinall, nothing to do with Pereira, John Jones, whatever that is. It's Ilia and Islam. However, I don't believe the UFC. Look, this weekend you've got myself and Arman Tsarukyan.
Yep.
If we both go out there and we both get wins, we cement ourselves as absolutely next in line for the title shots. I don't believe the UFC want to hold up 2 divisions. But you've got someone who's going for greatness. And Ilia Topuria could be the first ever 3-weight world champion. So, whatever the UFC believe will bring in the most money and bring to the fans that what the fans want the most, I believe the UFC will do. However, it still matters. It's still the same way to me. When I win on Saturday night, my next fight is for a world title fight.
Yeah.
If Ilia wants to move up and fight Islam, that's the way it is. But there is a lot of politics when you get to the top of these divisions. I'll be ready for whoever and whenever. But that belt is on the line the next time I step in the octagon after Saturday night.
Yeah. No, again, the right mindset, and you can only control what you can. I personally think there's, more value maybe in keeping these guys apart right now, but we'll see ultimately what they do, Ian.
I think if Islam goes and dominates more in the division and Ilia dominates, then I think you're going to have that collision regardless. I don't know. And this is part of the sport. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all want to see it. So timing matters, right? We always wanted to see Khabib and Tony because at the time it mattered. Do you know what I mean? Are we going to lose a fight that the world might want to see based on historical greatness of potentially Ilia winning the first triple weight champion of all time? Or is that going to ruin a champion? Is that going to ruin the division because Islam beats him? Do you know what I mean? This is just the hypothetical ideas, but it is what it is. And I don't think if I was the UFC, I wouldn't want to ruin a champion in a division. I would want to, you guys are here, that's it, end of. You defend your belt, or we'll find something else.